everyone, happy Friday and welcome to day 4 of Vlogust. Cannot believe how fast the time is going, like wow. I feel like the time for me, it literally feels like it's going faster now. I remember my mom, my grandma would always say like, as you get older, time speeds up. And I was like, no it doesn't. But now I understand, hey, it actually does. So let's just jump in to my Vlogust update. First thing is my new project. So yes, I started a new project. I blamed this one on you guys though, because I had my projects going, things were going good, and then one of my friends left a little comment that said that, is it Critters Crochet? Critters Crochet. I gotta look up to see which one, which order it goes in. But mentioned that Teresa from that channel was doing a weekly stitch along scrap gan blanket, where every week she teaches you a new stitch and you have the whole week to work on it and get it done. And it is actually week 3 of it. And yeah, so I checked out the channel. I subscribed and all that, and I watched the video, and I started another project. So, I know, okay, first off, let's talk about these colors. I know, these are not my colors. I feel okay, don't worry. I'm not feeling really gray or anything like that. I know, these are not my colors. But the reason I wanted to do these is because for this blanket, the reason I want to do it, that I decided to jump on in, because I want to learn a lot of different stitches. I don't know a lot of crochet stitches. I mean, I do mostly amigurumi, so I'm doing single crochet. That's what I do. So I just thought this would be a great opportunity to learn how to do some new stitches. And Krista from the Secret Yarnery a while ago, she did a stitch sampler blanket, but she did hers all in like a kind of tan color. And the reason she did that, instead of like doing different colors for each of the stitches, was that she wanted, when someone looked at it and she could ask, you know, hey, which is your favorite stitch, they would actually look at the stitches and not the colors and just pick the one that's your favorite color. Because, you know, for me, if I'm using like, you know, pinks and greens and lime greens and all that, you know, I'm gonna say that my favorite stitch is whichever one happens to be pink. So that's why I wanted to go for some more neutral colors, because when I look at my blanket, I want to actually look at the stitches, and I want to look at the different stitches that I've learned. And I feel like if I use these neutral colors, the stitches are just going to stand out a lot more to me. That's just kind of my thinking. I'm not sure if it's going to work out. I kind of thought about just doing all the stitches and like doing the entire blanket in one color, but I did want a little bit of like separation between the different stitches, so when I look at the blanket, it's really easy for me to tell like when a new stitch starts. So that's why I chose these two. I think they're, you know, there's a little bit of contrast between them, and I think they do pair nicely together. So let me know what you think of these colors, if you think are going to work out okay for my blanket. I just got started, so I have a very little done. I've only done I'm doing the first week, so I'm behind, so I'm gonna have to get caught up, but this is like the first stitch for the week. It's gonna be like this brick stitch, so I did the base, and then you have these shells, and then you have another repeat of the base at the bottom. And I think I'm probably gonna repeat this 2 to 3 times, because I do want like a pretty big section of the stitches so I can really see that stitch. So I didn't count my, like how long or how big I'm making my blanket. The pattern just called for you needed to do a multiple of 5 plus 4. So I have no clue how many I did. I just started it, kept going, and yeah, so I feel like this is a decent size for a blanket. I have no clue how many stitches there's going to be, like how many different stitches that Teresa's going to teach or anything. So I'm just excited to jump in and see how this works out. I did work on my not rainbow, but my really neon granny square blanket a little bit this morning too. I sat down on the floor with Cody, and he came over, and yeah, we just sat next to each other. I'd crochet a little bit, give him a little head scratch, crochet a little bit more, and yeah, we just hung out together for a little bit. And then I think he started again to feel a little bit cool, so he wanted to go back into his area, and he's been there since. He was just up a little bit earlier. I could hear him munching on his crunchy food. He actually doesn't like wet food. He eats a little bit of wet food just because of his litter mates. They all like wet food. Well, most of them. But, you know, they kind of just eat it because the other ones eat it. So I give wet food once a day. And, yeah, some of them love it. Some of them just eat it because their siblings are eating it. And Cody is one that not a big fan of the wet food. So, yeah. So he's happily in there just crunching his dry kibble. Shop update. So, shop is just slow. I did do a couple of teacher ID badges this morning. I do have a lot of ideas for some new tote bags, and I need to make myself some new tote bags because I like to keep my crochet projects in tote bags. I think, you know, it keeps the cats out of them. And then I think they're a lot easier to store than using like tote boxes or anything. And if I want to just grab a project and go, it's already in the bag. So I need to make myself some new tote bags. So I thought, you know, while I'm doing that, I might as well, you know, create some items that I can add to the shop. So I have 2 ideas that I'm really excited to get started because I do need 2 tote bags for myself. I want to put my neon granny square blanket in a bag because I have it in a little tote now and the cats keep messing with it. And then I want to put this one and my new, you know, sampler. I want to put this one into a bag too. So yeah, that's kind of up for the shop. And Cody, we already kind of talked about Cody. He is doing great. He, you know, he's moving around a lot. For a while, like, you know, at first when I found out that he needed to have the surgery, you know, I was a little bit disappointed, of course, because, you know, I was just hoping like his leg would heal on its own. But as soon as he had his surgery, like the very first day he was sleepy from the anesthesia, but after that he completely changed. And I do now really do think that, you know, the surgery was the best way to go because he's recovering so well. He doesn't mess with the leg at all. You know, he stopped wearing his cone. I do watch him, but yeah, he does not mess with the cast at all. He, you know, I'll sometimes kind of see him grooming around it, but he does not try to take it off. So I think that, you know, his leg is now in the right position. His leg, you know, when he broke it was actually he had broken it so bad it was backwards, and that just was horrible. But yeah, so he's doing great. So I am happy that I did go through with the surgery, and I'm really happy that I had an amazing surgeon, an amazing vet who did just a great job, because I can see a massive change in Cody and how he's getting around, and he's healing nicely. He does have his very first splint change, scheduled splint change because he took off the other one, but his first splint change this Monday, so after this weekend. And yeah, I'm feeling okay about it. I mean, a little bit nervous that he's gonna have to be sedated, but you know, my vet's amazing. I have a great vet that I trust so much. So yeah, he's in the best care possible. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted on that. And again, thank you guys so much for all that you're doing to help me through this, because this was a difficult thing to get through. So I appreciate all of the help, all of the donations, all of the prayers, all of the support. So again, just thank you so much for that. And the last thing I want to chat about, I know I said that I was going to try to keep my Vlogust to 5 minutes, but yeah, I'm trying. Yesterday's was shorter, but I guess I'm in a chatty mood. It's Friday. Okay, Friday. It's casual Friday. I get to talk as much as I want. All right, crochet pattern of the day. This beauty. Oh, look at it. This is it's called the Good Vibes Vest, and it is by Craft and a Cuppa. Look at that. Oh, I was just scrolling through YouTube a while ago and I saw this and immediately stopped and was like, what is this? I have to make it. So I have, you know, it doesn't look like it's that difficult for a wearable. This would be the first wearable that I've made, and I'm a little bit intimidated, but it is granny square. So I'm like, I know how to do granny square, so that I have that part going. And for the pattern, you actually have to measure yourself. So I've never made anything that's like kind of that custom fit like this. So excited. I do need some help with it though. So I have 2 choices of yarn for this. The first one, it's just regular red heart, and this is in the color Parrot Stripe. I don't want to take them out the bag because, you know, they stay so nice and clean in the bag. Don't have to worry about the cat hair getting on them. So I love this color. It's like purples, blues, greens. There's no pink in it. I love pink, but I mean, this is pretty. I like these colors. I actually have 6 of these. So this is option number 1. It's acrylic. And option number 2 is this cotton cake in the color Calico Flowers. And I have, I think, 2 of these. So I don't know what type of yarn I should use. My first thought was I should probably use these because they're cotton, and I thought cotton might be the best choice, but I'm not sure. I like the colors of these more. So just let me, if you guys like have any experience like making wearables, like what would you go for this project? Like I really cannot decide. I love the color of these, but then I kind of think it should be made in cotton. So if you have any input, I would totally appreciate that because I'm torn. I don't know which way to do it, and I want my project to come out really nicely. So I have been yammering on for way too long. So I'm going to wish everyone a happy weekend. I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend filled with lots of love and lots of crochet. And I will see you guys soon and keep you guys posted throughout the rest of Vlogust. So bye guys, love you all, and I will see you soon.